welcome to the another session of the chapter Cell Cycle and Cell Division. So in our last class we came to know about the prophase 1, one of the longest stage in the meiosis 1. So now we'll know about the metaphase 1 which comes under the meiosis 1. So in the meiosis 1 we know that there are prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. Next comes the cytokinesis. So now we'll know how the chromosomes after the pairing and their crossing over in the prophase 1, what will happen. Now the chromosomes which we have paired and the crossing over has taken place and also the recombination has taken place. Now these chromosomes in the metaphase 1, so this is the metaphase 1. In the metaphase 1, the paired homologous chromosomes which has been separated, they lie in the equatorial plate. But here the recombination has taken place in the prophase 1. Those chromosomes which are paired, they lie in the equatorial plate. And spindle fibers formation, the spindle fibers formation will be completed. So these spindle fibers, now it will attach to the centromere of the chromosomes. The two chromatids will be held together at a point called centromere. To that centromere, that is exactly kinetochore. To that, the spindle fibers is going to get attached in the metaphase 1. So metaphase 1, chromosomes which are pair of chromosomes lie in the equatorial plate and spindle fibers is going to attach to the centromere. So next comes the anaphase 1. Anaphase 1 is one of an important stage because this is the one which reduces the chromosomes number. For example, in mitosis, we know that in the mitosis, this was the chromosomes. Actually, this is the chromosomes with one chromatid. But because of the DNA replication, another chromatid will be synthesized. This is because of the DNA replication. Another copy of the chromatid will be synthesized. And here, in the mitosis anaphase, what we came to know that there will be division of the centromere. Centromere is going to divide. As a result, one chromatid move to one pole, another chromatid move to another pole. So because of that, the chromosome number will be equally maintained in case of mitosis. But whereas in meiosis, we know that from one parent cell, 4 daughter cells will be formed and parent cell will be diploid, 4 daughter cells will be haploid. How it happens that mainly it occurs in the anaphase 1. So in the anaphase 1, the chromosomes which lie in the equatorial plate in the metaphase, those chromosomes, there will be an absence of the division of the centromere. There will be no division of the centromere. But the spindle fibers, it will completely pull the chromosome to the opposite poles. So here 2 chromosomes are moving and here 2 chromosomes are moving to one pole. Totally how many chromosomes? Just to understand, we have written here 4 chromosomes. And these 4 chromosomes, because of the absence of the division of the centromere, 2 is moving to one pole and 2 is moving to another pole. So what happened? The chromosomes here, the diploid 2n equals 4 and here one set of chromosomes that is n equals to 2, n equals to 2. Means the chromosome has been reduced. Because of this only we call it as a reductional division. And the anaphase 1, very important. Next comes the anaphase 2 in the meiosis 2. That anaphase 2, it will be just like mitosis. So we'll know about that later. So anaphase 1, in the chromosomes will be pulled to the opposite poles by the spindle fibers which is formed from the centrioles. And next comes the telophase 1. Telophase 1, the nuclear membrane and nucleolus is going to reappear. the nuclear membrane and nucleolus is going to reappear, and the chromosomes, it will start getting decondensation and get converted into chromatin network, and nuclear membrane and nucleolus will be synthesizing both the nucleus, and these two daughter nuclei will be formed with an haploid chromosomes, and these two nuclei, now it is called as an dyad, and these two nuclei called as an dyad, and this occurs in the telophase 1. Spindle fibers formation, it will stop and it will disappear in the telophase 1. So next comes the cytokinesis. Cytokinesis 1, that is the division of the cytoplasm. So cytoplasm will be divided, and as a result results in the two daughter cells, and these two daughter cells are haploid in condition, and that is an cytokinesis 1. After this cytokinesis, the cell, it will enter into the meiosis 2, means the division here it is not complete. Again these two cells, it will enter into the meiosis 2, and in the meiosis 2 again from one cell two cell will be formed, from this cell two cells will be formed. So totally at the end 4 daughter cells will be formed by the meiosis. So overall in the meiosis 1, it results from one parent cells to the 2 daughter cells with the haploid chromosome number. So this is about the meiosis 1. So next comes the meiosis 2, and after the cytokinesis, it will directly enter into the prophase 2. Okay, from the meiosis 1, now we have got 2 daughter cells, and those 2 daughter cells are haploid in condition. Those 2 daughter cells, now it will enter into the one more division, which is called as meiosis 2. Meiosis 2, and meiosis 2 is just like mitosis, because here again there will be no reduction of the chromosomes. Chromosome number which is haploid in the daughter cells, now those it will be maintained. So now let us check it out how the chromosome number will be maintained. So the 2 daughter cells, now they again enter into the prophase, which is called as an prophase 2. That is the nucleus division called karyokinesis, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2, and all this is the division of the nucleus called karyokinesis 2. In the meiosis 2, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2, and last is the cytokinesis 2. Now the 2 daughter cells, these are the daughter cells which is formed by the meiosis 1. So let us consider this as A and this as B. Both the daughter cells, it will enter into the division. In both the daughter cells, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase 2 is going to takes place, and from the chromatin network, the daughter cells, now it will be having a chromatin network. From that chromatin network, it will get condensed into chromosomes. So we know that before the division, the cell, it will enter into the interphase. In the mitosis also, before the cell division, interphase is going to take place. Preparation stage, DNA is going to replicate, other cellular components is going to replicate. Even in the meiosis, before the meiosis, that is meiosis 1, interphase is going to take place. But whereas in the meiosis 2, after the meiosis 1 to meiosis 2, there will be no interphase, just a short period of gap will be there, which is called as an interkinesis. So no interphase means no DNA replication. Only the centriole is going to get duplicated, but there will be no DNA replication. Immediate after meiosis 1, meiosis 2 is going to occur with a short period of gap called interkinesis. So the two daughter cells, the chromatin network is going to condense into chromosomes, and is now here it is being condensed to the chromosomes. Centrioles will move to the opposite poles. Fibers formation is going to start. Next comes the metaphase 2. The chromosomes lie in the equatorial plate in both the cells. Then here two chromosomes are there, and here also two, and the two chromosomes lie in the equatorial plane. Spindle fibers formation will be completed, and those spindle fibers will now attach to the centromere, and this happens in the metaphase 2. And next comes the anaphase, and make it clear, in the anaphase 1 there will be no division of the centromere, but in the anaphase 2 there will be a division of the centromere, and one chromatid move to one pole and another to another pole. So totally there are two chromosomes, two chromatid move to the one pole and two to the another pole, and the same thing will happen also in the another daughter cell. So here you can see the chromosome number, here it was 2, that is n equals to 2, and here also the n equals to 2, it will be maintained, n equals to 2, it will be maintained. Because of that only, first only I told it is just like the mitosis, and chromosome number will be maintained. Division of centromere will occur in the anaphase 2. In the anaphase 1, no division of the centromere. This you should keep in mind. Next is the telophase 2, and here nucleus division it will become completed. Two daughter nuclei will be formed. Nuclear membrane nucleolus is going to reappear. Spindle fibers is going to disappear, and the chromosomes it will convert into the chromatin network. It is going to decondense, and the chromosomes get converted into chromatin network in the telophase 2, and the same thing also will happen in the another cell. Then finally the division of the cytoplasm is going to take place. From this two daughter cells will be formed, from this two daughter cells will be formed. Totally 4 daughter cells will be formed at the end of the meiosis 2. Those daughter cells will be haploid in condition, and all the daughter cells will be haploid in condition. So in this way, from one parent cell, that is diploid parent cell, from the meiosis 4 cells, daughter cells will be formed, and that will be haploid in condition. So this is about the meiosis 2, the end of the meiosis. Next, taking up the significance of the meiosis. Meiosis, we know that it occurs in the reproductive cells, that is during the formation of the gametes, that is the sperm and the egg. Sperm also will be having haploid number of chromosomes. Egg also will be having haploid number of chromosomes. Sperm, when it fuses with the egg, the chromosome number will become diploid. In order to maintain the chromosome number, the meiosis is going to occur during the gamete formation. So this is one of the significance of the meiosis. And also the another significance of the meiosis is that the chromosomes generally in the prophase, let me remind that in the prophase 1, there will be a pairing up of homologous chromosomes, crossing of homologous chromosomes, exchange of the materials will take place, which is called recombination, and all this leads to the variations, because in the mitosis the daughter cells which is formed will be exactly similar to parent, but this will not happen in the meiosis. The daughter cells will be different to that of the parental cell. That means variation is being caused, and that variation leads to the evolution. So this is also one of the significance of the meiosis. Okay, now let us know the difference between mitosis and meiosis, the last part of the chapter, cell cycle and cell division. Mitosis occur in the somatic cells or the body cells, but whereas the meiosis occurs in the sex cells during the formation of the gametes. Mitosis is called as an equational cell division because the chromosome number will be equally distributed as that of the parent cells. It will be equally distributed to the daughter cells. And meiosis, the chromosome number will be reduced from parents to the daughter cells, and hence it is called as an reductional cell division. And mitosis occur in single stage, resulting in 2 daughter cells. Meiosis occur in 2 stages, resulting in 4 daughter cells. Cells formed in the mitosis, generally it will be diploid, but even the haploid cells will be formed if the parent cell is haploid in case of lower organisms. Meiosis cells formed are haploid from the diploid parent cell. Metaphase plate does not contain any paired chromosomes in case of mitosis, but meiosis contains in the metaphase plate paired chromosomes will be present. During the anaphase, centromere is going to divide in the mitosis, but in the meiosis, in the anaphase 1, the centromere is not going to divide. As a result, the chromosome number will be reduced to half, but the centromere is going to divide in the anaphase 2. Synapses or crossing over is not present in the mitosis, whereas synapses or crossing over occur in the meiosis 1. Mitosis helps in the growth and repairing of the tissues, whereas the meiosis helps in the reproductive cycle during the formation of the gametes. And there is no variations of the chromosomes from the parents to the daughter cells, but there are some variations of chromosomes occur from parents to the daughter cells. That is because of the crossing over and recombination. With this, we have come to the end of the chapter, cell cycle and cell division. Thank you.